Yeah, what up? Square Off TV, I'm Billy Niz. It was my birthday today. Happy birthday to me. I wanted to talk some UFC. Dude, Volkanovski should be able to do whatever he wants to do right now. It will only make the UFC money. He's already beat everybody. That's worth mentioning. I think him and Henry Cejudo would be a great fight, to be honest with you. I think him and to be honest with you, I don't think Cejudo. I used to think Henry Cejudo was so goddamn boring. I swear to God. But then he became champ. I was like, wow. I didn't expect it, to be honest. He was knocking people out. Like, I think Volkanovski would hurt Cejudo right now. So Cejudo should go take a seat somewhere. John Jones is gonna. I think he's gonna beat Stipe, to be honest with you. I think he's gonna submit him. Like, Bones' wrestling is very fucking good. He's got a long reach. It looks like he's just going to be in a stance. All of a sudden, he goes for a single leg without even trying, and he gets it. So, but Stipe, he did. He's a simple guy. He don't like the hoopla, but you got to do the hoopla to, promote the fight, and he don't really do that. So I knew Dana was going to have a problem with that. Nobody has asked me how I knew John Jones was going to be fighting Stipe Miocic for the interim heavyweight title before the UFC put it out. The UFC had to put that out the next morning when I said that, when I wrote that on Jesse on Fire's Live. Remember when he stopped, told his wife to be quiet, and was like, hold on. Who said John Jones is fighting Stipe for the interim heavyweight title? I said, me. Square Off TV said it. Then the next morning, boom. Mystic Niz. That's what you should call me. Mystic Niz. Yep. I got 2 to 3 people, maybe more, from my neighborhood in that organization. And the main man is from my neighborhood. But I don't talk to him at all. I don't talk to none of them that much. But I know what I'm talking about. I didn't talk to any of them. No one told me. I didn't even call them. I used my head. I'm like, John Jones is going up to heavyweight. What would be I said, if he don't get the title shot, who would be a great opponent for him to, if he wins, to get a automatic title shot? And I said, the former champion, Stipe Miocic, the guy who had the belt before Ngannou. 2-time heavyweight champion. He's held 2 different designs of that belt. Of the belt, or of the organization's belt. That's a first. A man to hold 2 styles of the heavyweight title. That ain't bad. Conor McGregor hasn't done that. I don't think Conor is going to win a title anytime soon. I would love to see Conor McGregor fight Volkanovski. Like, I'm just going to cut the bullshit. Like, the guys at lightweight, the guys at top in the lightweight division are fucking savages, animals, straight murderers. I don't think he's going to win. I think Michael Chandler would rip him apart. I think Michael, that would be a bad, but Conor, man, he got. I don't know why he's trying to punch like a fucking boxer. Like when he was a featherweight, even with Eddie Alvarez, he punched like he winged his arms. Then at the very last second, made a fist, it was like a ball and chain. If you ever been trained or even had a fight, you would know what I'm talking about. Instead of throwing the Mike Tyson fucking right hook, like what he did to Eddie Alvarez in Madison Square Garden was unreal. With hands, that was the best demonstration of fighting with your hands I've probably seen ever. Like, Conor McGregor is going to go down in history as one of the best fighters ever. People who say no, they are fucking hating. He came in, fought one tomato can, knocked him out, then fights Max Holloway in Boston. I was in jail at the time, that's why I remember. Tore his ACL. Won a 5-round decision. Then comes back, fights Diego Alves in Ireland. Knocks him out. First round or second round. First or second round, I forget. Dennis Seaver in Boston. Jose Aldo, 11 seconds. That will never, ever, a demonstration like that will never be done again in the UFC. No one has came in like that and taken the MMA world by storm, and the biggest organization. He's the one who brought the million, who brought the M's in MMA. Once he started making the money, everybody wanted the money. He still is the money fight. Like, no one in the UFC right now, like, can we be serious? I mean, I don't like talking shit about a man's, how he won a championship, whatever, but, like, the bantamweight division's boring as fuck right now. Aljamain Sterling is champion. Okay, we're moving on. Like, it's weird, like, even with Aljamain Sterling being a champion, you can't even make a money fight. I think Volkanovski would beat Aljamain Sterling's ass. Simple and plain. He would fuck Aljamain Sterling up. That's just plain and simple. But he wants to go up to lightweight. And it's very dangerous. That's the most dangerous division in the UFC right now, the lightweight division, and they currently have no champion due to a faulty scale. You got Khabib number 2, Malkachev, whatever. You got they should have just gave fucking the dude his belt back. Like, he won. I'm seriously, like, Charles Oliveira didn't deserve to have his title taken. That was fucking stupid. What are they trying to save, a couple bucks so we don't get the champion's fee or whatever? Like, what? That's fucking crazy. But Dana White, Southie swagger shit. You're the man, but if you had Billy Niz, the Southie streets, Boston, the inner city, they never come outside. Oh. No, sir. Okay. No, it would be in a great fight, TJ Dillashaw and Volkanovski. That'd be a great fight. That's fucking crazy. If you think about it, the UFC has had a couple great fighters, fighters out on some bullshit, injuries, suspension. TJ Dillashaw, Nick Diaz for the fucking weed, Nate Diaz, like, they're kind of corny with the fucking suspensions and shit, like. And UFC fighters, they definitely deserve to make more money. Like Dana, let the fighters have their own sponsors if they want. Like, come on. Like, what the fuck's the big deal? You sold the UFC for $4 billion fucking dollars. Like, come on. Let the guys fucking live. Let them eat. Come on, man. Like, salty guy to salty guy. Let the fucking guys eat, bro. Feed the wolves. Then they won't be fucking going to Bellator or One or some other dumbass promotion. Don't act like Vince McMahon, bro. I guarantee you, Vince McMahon on his deathbed is gonna have a lot of regrets on his mind. Believe me, I've been watching fucking WWE since I was fucking 2 or 3 years old. My father used to bring me to the old Boston Garden. We'd hop on the red line, get off at the green line, walk Causeway Street. Fucking, we're there in 5 minutes. Like, people can't tell me nothing about the city of Boston. Anyways, he knew one of the head ushers, well, security / usher, Kathy, and the stairs that she stood at, you walk down, and and at the bottom of the stairs would be a light blue top. It looked like the top at the bottom of the ring, but it was bigger. And Gorilla was right there. And me and my father went. Damien sat by in a bag in Gorilla the whole time. But Gorilla Monsoon wasn't there. Like, no one was. This must have been like a. Because they used to come to Boston like every month, every month or two. Like, they were in Boston, Madison Square Garden a lot. Anytime they did most of their TVs in New York and Boston, like arena shows. But we were backstage. Macho Man was talking to Davey Boy Smith when he had the British flag for the cape. Like I met Owen Hart. I met everybody. Ric Flair. I had pictures with everybody. The Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, fucking everybody. Hall of Fame. The only one I never really got, what I never got was Andre the Giant. That's the only one I never fucking got. Crush, all of Demolition. One of the Nasty Boys. The one, Knobs, Hulk Hogan's friend. The other one was a fucking asshole. He said no. I got Hawk, an Animal, the Legion of Doom, Tito Santana, Rick Martel, Scary Sherry, Sherry Martel, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Brutus Survivor VK, Coco Beware, Dino Bravo, Honky Tonk Man, not the Ultimate Warrior. Hulk Hogan walked right by me, but he was in a rush. I couldn't get a pic with him. I got a picture of him, though. Rowdy Piper, Paul Orndorff, Cowboy Bob Orton, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Iron Sheik, Sergeant Slaughter, Jake the Snake, Brooklyn Brawler. I never got Bruno. Did I say Crush? Who else? I'll do it by errors. Junkyard Dog. Okay. A lot of late 80s, early 90s. Who else? Jimmy Snuka. Honky Tonk Man. The Barbarian. I got big dude. Know who was very nice too? The Powers of Pain, but the Barbarian and the Warlord. He was fucking jacked. But he was like a teddy bear. It was the 90s. They all had those ugly pants that had the designs on them and shit. Who else? The Rougeau brothers. Davey Boy Smith. I never got Dynamite Kid. Watched them wrestle. Jimmy Hart. Big John Studd. Everybody. Everybody. So Dana White, don't be like Vince McMahon, please. Even though you kind of looked at like the Vince McMahon of MMA by some of the fighters, but it's like they don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to that argument. All you did was give them opportunities. They were grown men. They chose to take those deals. Like, you didn't put a gun to their head. So they're fucking up. They obviously never been in the street before. Like, I can't believe Conor McGregor's boy, the Brazilian dude, the one that got roughed up by a bouncer, like, what the fuck happened with his career? Like, that's, like, if you can't blow up being next, I mean, Conor McGregor's, like, you can't match Conor McGregor, but, like, Like, you didn't even try to use his publicity to fucking make yourself known or nothing like that. Like, you could have talked shit too, and like, it's like people are just happy to sign a UFC contract. It's like, no, you're fighting to make fucking money, plain and simple. Not just to say I fight in the UFC, like, that don't fucking pay the bills. To say, oh, I'm a UFC fighter. You'll be in the breadline quick. Talk a little shit. Like, come out your comforts. Look at... Dude, Colby Covington looked like the most uncomfortable dude talking shit at first. But now, it's like second nature to him. Look at where it got him. He still sucks at it, but he's a great fighter. Saved his career. Wouldn't you learn something from that? Look at Triple C. That shit was corny as fuck at first. I ain't gonna lie, because at first he came in like the fucking good old American boy, and it was boring as fuck. He beat Demetrius Johnson. That people were like, yeah, okay, great, yeah. And all of a sudden, he started being a heel. Good guys talk shit too. Be a wise ass. Call out people, even though you know you'll never fight them. Fucking do something. Pump fake. You ever know what a pump fake is in basketball? Like, act like you're gonna shoot. Act like you're gonna fight whoever in the division, even though you know you're not. It's just get them talking about you and win fights. It ain't fucking hard. Like, if there's any up and coming fighters that are looking for a manager, come holler at Billy Niz. I ain't hard to find. I'm from South Boston. I'll get you fucking known. I'll be the White Ali, a double disease. Seriously, though. If you want a manager, come holler at me. I live right around the corner from Peter Welch's gym. You know, the guy who trained Brock Lesnar for Shane Cowan. Was it Shane Cowan or Heath? Oh, I'm sorry. Heath Herron. Heath Herron. Remember that? Brock Lesnar punched him and he fucking rolled 4 times. Yeah, he came to Southie, to Peter Welch's gym, and trained with him. I live around the corner from that gym. I'll get you fucking trained and ready to go. For a small fee. Once you get there. I'm not a scumbag. I'm not gonna fuck you. But if I believe in someone or something, I ride for it. I'm a Cancer. I love hard, but you fuck me, I hate harder. I'm just kidding. No, but Volkanovski should be able to fight for the lightweight title, or if he wants to drop down. He's the featherweight champion. He should move. Would it be easier to move up or move down? What's before the featherweight division? Bantamweight, right? He should fight for the bantamweight title, not the lightweight. I don't think he can get it done. I mean, damn, man. He showed me so much fucking resiliency in that Ortega fight. I think he should move down. Fight Aljamain Sterling. That's a guaranteed win. Fact. And if anybody bets on fights, and you want a little insight on who is going to win, come holler at me at the squareoffmedia1@gmail.com or the squareofftv@gmail.com. Write down what the email's for a small fee. I'll give you a great opinion. A great opinion. And I'm not hard to deal with. Boxing now. Actually, hold on. No. Boxing not now. John Jones and Stipe. I just used my head. Stipe's the only other choice for someone to fight and beat and automatically get a title shot, because he's the former. He just had the belt, literally. He was champion this year. He just lost it this year. That ain't a long time. Even though we've had a lot of pay-per-views, fuck. I fucked up, guys. My wife, my baby. I fucked up her car a little bit. But John Jones, dude, this new light heavyweight champion, he's very fucking interesting, bro. Like, I fucking hate. I was gonna say this on one of my videos when Glover won, but I didn't want to be the guy. Like, it was inspirational. It was great. Like, he deserved it. He deserves it again. But, like, I kind of knew he wasn't going to hold the belt very long. I was going to say 2 fights the most. Like, I knew it was going to be quick, that he wouldn't be champion for a long time. Like, Alex Pereira is going to be... He might fucking... He might be the first one ever to hold 3 fucking belts. I'm not going to... I'm dead fucking serious when I say that. He already said he's going for the... he's going to beat Izzy. That's a fact. I just know he is. I see something in him. He ain't impressed by nobody or nothing. He's an animal. I looked at his face that whole press conference. Strickland, bro. You're not going to be champion at middleweight. I'm not saying you can't. I fucking love you. I do. You're one of my favorite fighters now. You're funny. You're great on the mic. You're a fucking animal. Won't you move down a weight class? Move down. What's the weight class before middleweight? Lightweight? I think Sean Strickland would do great at at 155. I think they should add one more fucking weight class. I really do. Like in between middleweight and heavyweight. It can be the cruiserweight division, like they have in boxing. Like, look at, speaking of boxing, Alexander Usyk beat the shit out of AJ Joshua the first fight. I think Tyson Fury should be fighting him right now instead of, dude, Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world right now. Like, boxing, you have to have Terrence Crawford fight Errol Spence Jr. next year, this year or next year. You have to do that soon, bro. And you have to have AJ fight Tyson Fury this next fight. If Usyk wins, Tyson and AJ have to fight. The fight was made already. They can't let it go. But if AJ loses this fight against Usyk, Tyson Fury, they should make Tyson Fury and AJ fight, and winner gets Alexander Usyk. Of course, Tyson Fury got the WBC heavyweight title. AJ is training with, what's his name? Robert Garcia, huh? Great trainer. Didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. Like, I expected him to be with someone like Floyd, to be honest with you. That I should have fucking knew when Floyd basically practically gave him his services, and he didn't hop right on that. He didn't hop right on that. That told me something right there. But he wanted to be with someone that he felt comfortable with. Robert Garcia is a great fucking trainer. He got some of the best fighters in the world in his gym. Dude, to all you Jake Paul fans, dude, don't, just because you don't know Hasim Rahman Jr., don't fucking sleep on that boy. I've watched him fight in dog fights in the Mayweather gym in Las Vegas. He was about that. I'm picking him to beat Jake Paul. That fucking knockout was nasty against Woodley. But it's like, bro, I felt like Woodley let him hit him with that because he probably thought boxing, whatever. He got the big gloves. I'll take it. Why don't you try to fucking duck or move? Slip. Anyways, I felt like he let him hit him with it, and it fucking knocked him out. So good for you, Jake Paul. You still don't have my respect as a boxer yet, though. Just because you make a lot of money doing it don't mean you're good at it. And you might say, who the fuck am I, you fat fuck? you fat four-eyed fuck. But I guarantee you, put me in a card, put me on your undercard against another YouTuber, I'll beat the fuck out of them, straight up and down. I would win that fight. Put me in your undercard. Or, like they do in London, put me in one of those cards. I will beat someone's fucking ass. I guarantee it. Dude, don't judge a book by its cover, guys. Please. I don't like to fight, but, like, I would box. I've been in the ring a few times. More than a little bit. Believe it or not. But I was better at hockey, to be honest with you. I fought in there too. I was just I don't have a losing record in the ring. Like, if you want to count, like, gym wars, like sparring, but real fights, in the ring, officially, I got like 8 wins, 1 loss. Altogether, I probably lost 3 times, where I knew I didn't get the best of the person. I got a man right now, an inch bigger than Brock Lesnar, just as big, if not bigger, and his hands are fucking deadly. Speed, deadly. I would feel bad for his opponent if he got a real training camp, 6 weeks. First round knockout. Guarantee it. He would knock Brock Lesnar out right now. Fact. If they fought with their hands, he would knock Brock Lesnar out. Fact. But here's what I really wanted to talk about. Come 2023, dude, there's gonna be a whole new shakeup of fucking new unfamiliar faces that are gonna be fucking popular in 2023. I'm telling you that right now. There's gonna be new champions. I guarantee Alex Pereira is gonna beat Israel Adesanya. I guarantee it. He's beat him twice already and knocked him clean the fuck out with big boxing gloves. Izzy ain't a great wrestler. He ain't known for that or submissions. He's a striker. Alex Pereira is a striker, but a real black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he's training with Glover Teixeira. Glover Teixeira, his gym is going to have at least 2 to 3 champions in it in the next few years to come. I guarantee it. Yuri, the light heavyweight champion, he's something special, bro. Dana, you have to run that back again. Glover Teixeira and Yuri Pavaska, whatever his name is, they have to fight again. That Glover Teixeira should be the next opponent for the light heavyweight title. Give him that, Dana. He had the guy beat a few times. That was like the Volkanovski-Ortega fight. Ortega had Volkanovski dead to rights twice in that fight. And Volkanovski, he's a fucking savage, bro. Shit. I found my other microphone. You know I love my little microphones. My lapel mics, but I hold it. Where the fuck I put that shit? Hold on. What the fuck? Where the fuck did I put that shit? Oh, fuck it. I'll do it the next one. They need to run that fight back. Yuri, run that fight back. Do the man a solid. Alex Pereira is going to be light heavyweight champion and middleweight champion at once. I guarantee it. He already said it. He was the Glory middleweight champion and light heavyweight champion. Yeah. Or he was the top kickboxing organization in the world. He had the middleweight and light heavyweight championship. And he gave it up to come to the UFC and take Israel Adesanya's middleweight title. Then, imagine Alex Pereira and Yuri Prochazka. That's what I call a beef, son. That's what I call a beef right there. Sean Strickland should have fucking knew. Fucking hard-headed motherfucker, boy. I knew he was going to get knocked out, but if he stood with him, but I knew he was going to lose, but Dana knows what he's doing. Jesse on Fire talked about this, but I have already talked about it before. I was in jail with a former UFC fighter. I'm not going to give his name. When I just got out this past year, I was in there with a UFC fighter, and you've seen him on TV probably 4 or 5 times. In the corners, more. Fact. And I asked him straight up, I said, does Dana rig fights? And he went, of course. And I'm like, nah. But when they're putting the fights together, they know who's going to beat who. That's what he meant by rigging fights. He makes, Sean Strickland knew he was put in there to lose to Pereira. He had the biggest buzz in the UFC. I think he would have done a way better job than fucking Jared Cormier against Israel Adesanya. I guarantee it. But I think he should drop a weight class. Or maybe move up. Maybe move up a weight class. But Volkanovski should fight the winner. I think he should go. I think he should move down. See, like TJ Dillashaw was so fucking cocky and so arrogant, acting like a fucking dickhead against Henry Cejudo. I was praying he got fucking knocked out, and it happened. Like, because he thought, because he was moving down, he was going to be champ. If Alexander Volkanovski if he fought Aljamain Sterling, he would beat the fuck out of Aljamain Sterling, and that is a fact. Him and Peter Yan, that's a fucking beef, son. Yup. Dude, there's gonna be new champions in 2023. Cards are gonna be off the chain. Believe me when I tell you. Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. I don't like Errol Spence Jr. personally. I don't like him as a person, to a completely different reason that I've talked about it on other platforms. I don't like him at all. But he's the top two. He's the top two. Dude, the Charlo brothers are unbelievable. People have ducked the Charlo brothers. Like, there's a lot of shit they don't tell us fans. But there's only a couple of real fans that are willing to go the extra mile to get information. Let's just say Errol Spence Jr. ain't so American Pie, gold medalist. Yeah. When he crashed his car that night, it wasn't because he was shit-faced. He drives home drunk every night. He lived in the same condominium complex as rapper Mo 3. And Mo 3 used to bully Errol Spence Jr. around, son. Fact. Dude was scared to go home. And him and Yellow Beezy got rid of him. And Trap Boy Freddy, too. So, I've already said it on Rat Shit TV. Rat Shit TV. I would love to box him. But Jake Paul, you're going to have a very hard time with Hasim Rahman Jr. The man's father knocked out Lennox Lewis for the heavyweight title. Got knocked out the next fight, but he still knocked out Lennox Lewis. Shocked the fucking world. He's fought in dog fights in Mayweather's gym. Dog fights, when everybody's around the ring, they bang the mat and they fight until the other one quits. And he's won a lot of those. You're going to have your hands full, buddy. You ain't going to take his fucking hat. I guarantee that. If you do, you better keep fucking running. Jake Paul, if you got a fucking problem with this four-ride fat fuck is talking about from South Boston, Dana White's neighborhood, keep your fucking mouth shut about Dana White, too. You're a fucking punk. and I don't like you. Put me on one of your undercards and give me a training camp. I bet you won't do it. I don't think you got the balls, so bye, pussy. And his fans, go fuck yourself. Goodbye.